Don't like that they say a lowly worm, because obviously we all know worms don't turn into butterflies, but there you go. Nothing's perfect. It's not a maths lesson, but you're learning maths. A bit like when you sneak in vegetables into the tomato sauce sort of thing. To learn it through a story of love is actually a beautiful idea. Hi, welcome or welcome back to At Home with Cici. I am Cici, mama to 3 of the best humans on the planet, and among other things, a homeschooling parent. This channel is about home education, family, and motherhood. Okay, so I was just going to sort out our bookshelves because we've had a few new arrivals into the house, literature-wise. So before I put those away, I wanted to share with you what's new for our homeschool specifically. So I think I'm going to film it all now and then split them up into more concise videos, easier to watch. So look out for all of those, and let's get into it. Okay, we have the maths books that we like to read, books related to maths concepts or that include counting or other things, other maths-ness. So first we have Math for All Seasons, math, not math, so it's American, but it's a lovely book. What it is each 2-page spread is an image and then like a little poem or a rhyme, and then it asks you within that to count or do something with the image mathematically. So for this one, for example, we have Madam Butterfly. My life has taken quite a turn. I used to be a lowly worm. Now I spread my wings and fly. Look how cool a bug am I. How many dots adorn these wings. See what clever thinking brings. There is a mate for everyone. Make groups of 10 and you'll be done. So there's so many things in there. Firstly, you could just count the butterflies. Then you could count the wings. Then you can count the dots. Then you can add the dots. Then you can find the pairs. So which ones make 10? 5 and 5 make 10. What would you do if you took this one away from this one? There's lots of little opportunities for mathematical thinking. I don't like that they say a lowly worm, because obviously we all know worms don't turn into butterflies, but there you go. Nothing's perfect. There's this one, not so dandelions. So even without reading that, I can see you could count all the dandelion heads, then count all the fluff ones. Odds and evens, how many pairs, can you count in twos up the rows, how much on this side and this side, add them together. Lots of things you can do just by looking at the pictures and enjoying the words. This one is by the same creators as Oi Frog, and it's about a little boy, he's having a party, and then different guests arrive with different amount of legs on their bodies, and we're wondering how many legs will there be at the party when more and more different types of animals come. Insects, snaky things, crabs, birds, all types of legs. So you're just adding until you get to the end. It's a silly one, but cute. Now this one is new and we haven't read it, but it's more of a hold on. So it says colourful illustrations and an empowering story combine to introduce young readers to the world of mathematics, creative thinking and problem solving. So it's the story of this little girl, Leah, and as she goes through her story, we're introduced to different concepts along the way, from fractions to 3D shapes to the Fibonacci sequence to like adding and subtracting, measuring. Great stuff. This one's really nice. My little one loves this. There are 4 in the series, so there's the other 3. But I chose this one because the others seemed a bit pointless because she knows them, and I don't think the story would really enhance anything for us. But this one was nice. It's the perfect number. So they go to the fun fair, which is, or the theme park actually, and they are let me just read it. 8 wants the digits trip to Numberland to be perfect, but when it's time to go on 8's dream ride, will there be the right number of digits? Ideal for practicing adding and subtracting. So it's a story, and you don't realise that you are learning maths at the same time. It's not a maths lesson, but you're learning maths. A bit like when you sneak in vegetables into the tomato sauce sort of thing. This one is called Infinity in Me. I got this book because for our quality of numbers I wanted to do infinity for the number 8 because of the shape. You know the shape. It captures the personal side of infinity through a young girl's mind expanding, heart expanding journey, infinitely charming. A stellar artistic vision of the infinite power of intergenerational love. So you're reading a story about love, family, exploration, but also understanding the concept, or learning the concept, being introduced to the concept of infinity, which is, it can be a tricky one. So to learn it through a story of love is actually a beautiful idea. Then we have the rabbit problem, another Fibonacci situation. And it's about rabbits. You know how rabbits are, they love to make babies, so more and more rabbits come. And it also, oh my gosh, it's also good because each page is a different month on the calendar. So you're also doing a bit of calendar work, which is a kind of maths as well. Days and so on. So it's a really lovely picture book. It reminds me of, oh it is, it's by the same author as the one who did The Mouse Who Had Phobias. Let me see. Yes, Little Mouse's Book of Fears. And it was the illustrations and the interaction in the book. Like these nibbled pages, and my oldest says all the time that this was one of their favourite books as a child. We've had it for nearly, I don't know, nearly 2 decades. This isn't because we've had it for 2 decades, this is part of the book. But yeah, this isn't a math story. It's about fears, and it's just so gorgeous and interesting. It has just lots of interaction in it. So it's by the same author as that lovely book. Yeah, so you're travelling through the year and the rabbits are multiplying. They're running out of space, they have to find out how to, you know, live with all this chaos. But while you're learning this, seeing this funny story unfold, you're understanding multiplication and the sequence of expansion, etc. Fun. Okay. Oh, and how could I forget this one for maths? Growing Patterns by Sarah C. Campbell. Another Fibonacci sequence type thing. So it's just showing the mathematical patterns in nature. So it shows you the flowers. It's all about flowers, and then it gives you the maths rule, I guess. The seed, the bud, and then the petal, and then it goes on and on. And there's 2 plus 3, 3, 5, and 8. And it goes on through the sequence using flowers and plants and fruit as an example of these patterns in nature. And I briefly showed it in my curriculum in the pipeline video that I'll put here, bedtime maths, and we've just finished it the other night, so we're going to go back again and read all the pages, and we'll do the next question, the second hardest. There's wee ones, little ones and big ones, so we've gone to the little ones question. So we'll read the same pages again all through the book and then answer new questions. So if you want to see that one, it's in that video that I just shared. Okay, so that's maths.